Current standings in the men's 96 kilogram category. There have already been 3 other sessions. B, C, and D. This is the A group that will determine final placement and medals.
I don't think those numbers are going to last very long.
No.
And here are the world records in the 96 kilo category. We do have Tian Tao here, the clean and jerk world record holder. We hope that 231 can fall. Big absence of Saurabh Murati, recovering from injuries.
Yeah.
Not here, but adds to the drama of this session, including these 11 athletes that you will see on screen. A very diverse, very experienced, very colorful field of competitors.
And we have a favorite, perhaps, Tian Tao of China, but he can't walk away with it. And
maybe
really, it could be 3, 4 of these athletes that end up on top of the podium.
Everyone in the warm-up room, and that warm-up room looks pretty full.
Well, 96 kilos is a lot of man, and there's 11 of the best in the world there.
There is Musavi from the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Young, 25 years old. So the future.
Wasn't at the Worlds in 2018, I believe. In 17, he did 171, 214. Anton Plesnoy.
Bronze
from
earlier
Georgia.
this year.
You see a Georgian, you can expect somebody who's going to be in the mix for the snatch competition at minimum.
Turkey's Ibrahim Arat, 4th time seeing him at the Worlds.
He's one that we may need to keep an eye on with that 20 kilo rule. He moved up in the VFE to get into this A session.
There is Ilya Ilin, 4-time world champion. One of the modern legends of weightlifting. Was caught up in the retests of Beijing and London, and we really haven't seen him at that level since. He's making a go at Tokyo, though.
And here is 2016 Olympic champion Kianush Rastami opted not to compete at the World Championships last year, which was the first major gold event for Olympic qualification. There's a real question as to whether or not Rastami can be one of the 2 lifters that the Islamic Republic of Iran can take to the Olympics. But he's in the game with the highest start numbers right now.
From Kyrgyzstan, Rasulbekov, first time seeing him at the Senior World Championships. Maybe not the competition depth of some of the other athletes, but strong openers.
There's Haytag. Ugaev, excuse me. And there is Faraz Elbak, junior world record holder in the clean and jerk and total.
Affectionately known as Meso to most of his friends and to most of his fans, and so you'll probably hear us calling him Meso Hosani.
And there is Tian Tao, owner of one of the biggest clean and jerks in the world at any body weight.
Yeah, clean 236 last year, couldn't hit the jerk, but that 236 will go down in history. Bodhi Santavi, Pan Am Games silver medal earlier this year.
He has had a couple of very big performances at Worlds 2 years in a row.
And a very good one in Turkmenistan, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Jonathan Rivas, Pan Am Games champion earlier this year.
Don't sleep on him in the snatch competition either. There's your stuff. He sort of famously signed out.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to sing karaoke in the bar.
What does that say? Skin in the game?
Skin in the game.
Not sure what that means, but
all right. Yeah, he was at the World Championships last year, and he was the one, I think the first one who started what lifters now around the world have been doing to get part of their 6 meets in their Olympic qualification. He showed up at Worlds, he weighed in, and then as soon as the competition started, he signed out, had no intention of lifting. And we've seen other Olympic eligible athletes around the world do the same thing to accumulate some of their Olympic qualification after they've been in a meet in one of the 6-month periods where they've had a good score. Kelsey, what do you have?
JP, I just talked to Elbak, asked him about his nickname. All of his coaches have Meso on their backs, just like he does in his warm-up gear. So I asked him where that nickname comes from. He says it's a family nickname, that his grandfather and father both went by Meso as well. and it means happy face. So we will see if that holds up or holds to be true after this competition here today.
Here are the 3 referees that adjudicate each lift. Remember, you need 2 of the 3 to give you a white light for a lift to pass. But it does not stop there. A 5-member jury also reviews each lift, and if they are unanimous, they can overturn the referee's decision. They will also be the individuals looking at the video review system. Just about 20 seconds remain until the start of the competition. Can only imagine the tension back there.
Are you guys ready for this one?
I don't know.
This one's going to be wild, and I'm not quite sure I know what wild means.
Could go a lot of ways, right? We've said there could just be a lot of bomb outs, a lot of misses, because everyone's trying to one-up each other. Or could just be a lot of real conservative attempts, solid makes. I mean, we hope for that, certainly.
Good luck with that.
So here's 160. Haytag Hugayev. Oh, no, excuse me. Ibrahim Arat. There was a change there. So 160, Ibrahim Arat from Turkey. What's he got here adding up to 360, guys? Yes.
Yep.
So Arat is right at his 20-kilo minimum. He entered with 380, which means he must take weight. He must attempt weights on his first attempts that total out to 360. He has 160 kilos here for his first attempt in the snatch.
He hasn't opened this heavy since 2016.
Right,
looks.
so he either better be in shape or this could be a problem.
All right.
Looks good.
Seems to be in shape. At least for that one.
You know, a little shaky at the bottom, but, you know, nothing alarming.
So now this is the automatic increase we're sitting on. Looks like he's declared 65. 64.
60.
That's a 4.
That's a 4.
So 164 going in for Arat. And right now it looks like Ilya Ilin 165 is going to be called.
They're putting on 164. Now they're going up again.
They do
165.
They just did 2 changes back to back. So Ilya Ilin 165. What'd you do? Whatever.
Doesn't look like, is he coming out for this?
There's
Yes,
Coach
he
Alexei
is.
Nee. I think he is coming out for this.
There's a couple of lifters looking for this 165, and it's just strange. The second attempt in, Ilya Ilin.
At his first World Championships in Doha, Qatar, 2005, this was also his opener. He was an 85. I believe he was 17 at that point. Okay.
Good opener.
Well, since he's come back, you know, he signed out of a couple of meets in 2018. Since he's come back, he's snatched 65 on a couple of occasions. That's probably the best he's looked.
Yeah, well, he's never snatched more than 65.
He
since coming
attempted
back.
70 at the Tokyo test event earlier this summer.
And that's his heaviest opener since coming back.
Yeah.
So he might be in good shape.
All right, so now Begdalut, Razulbekov, Kyrgyzstan, 165 kilos first attempt.
I gotta imagine this is near his. That's
Maybe
a great
not.
opener.
Are you gonna finish? Don't finish the sentence.
No, because he made me look like a dope.
Well, he's only done 171 internationally,
Well,
so that is close to his best. But wow, that looked easy.
I mean, that doesn't look like his 171's his max.
No. And that wasn't that long ago. That was the Asian Championships earlier this year. Just a few months.
Haytag Hugayev from Russia, first attempt 165. Uh-oh. And I think we have a broken stage. We'll see.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of weight to throw down.
That is a lot of weight to go directly.
It looked like he just
stage.
kind of threw his hips into the bar without the legs, pushed it away, and then he went for a ride.
Or the bar took him for a ride.
165 stays on. Second attempt now. Ibrahim Arat, Turkey, made his opener with 160.
This would be a kilo under. No, excuse me. He's done as much as 171, but you got to go back to 2012.
Yeah, which was before a time he got banned.
True.
Oh, slow.
Yeah.
Slow in the transition, getting onto the bar.
Looked all one speed.
Yeah.
Too, and a slow speed.
Right.
If you only have one speed, you don't want it to be slow.
That's absolutely right.
See there on our scoring tower, the athletes and the attempts that they are looking to take next. The high number right now, Rastami, 182. We'll see if that holds. We're told he has at least put his shoes on, so he is beginning to do some lifting.
Good. Shoes are good for weightlifting.
Right now, Haytag Hugayev is coming back.
Not a very convincing opening attempt. I got to imagine that this has got to be near his best.
Maybe currently.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, better.
Well, he did 65 in April at the Europeans. He did 66 at a competition in Russia, bombed with 70. Well, that goes way back to 2015, so it's only been 3 meets. This is a third meet internationally, or even in a while, since 2016. He's been a youth world champion. He's been a junior world champion, but you're going back to like 2013, 2015.
Wow. Ibrahim Arat now, Turkey, third attempt, 165.
A little bit better, but still a little disjointed in how he's getting under the bar. Not a very smooth transition.
No lift there for Ibrahim Arat from Turkey. He'll be credited with 160 from his first attempt. And now it looks like a declaration is going to go in for Ilya Ilin, 68. And we will see Arat at 200 kilos in the clean and jerk, no less, when we get to that point.
Yeah.
Right now, 166 is Hugayev's automatic increase. That's going to move up to 170. So right now, 167 is going to be loaded for Musavi from the Islamic Republic of Iran. We're told he did 160 in the back.
Healthy final warm-up attempt.
So here's Syed Ayub Musavi. 167.
That looked heavy.
So the last time he was at a Worlds, he missed his opener, went on to make the next two. But earlier this year, 166
Can't really tell.
is what he made for a bronze medal at the Asian Championships.
He'll be following himself, so he gets a 2-minute clock as opposed to the usual 1-minute clock.
See if that's a declaration or a change. Probably a declaration.
Yeah,
I don't
looks
see
like
the
they're
number
keeping
moving.
him.
So on this 2-minute clock, what making a declaration does is allow the coaches for Musavi the option to make 2 more changes before the clock runs down to 30 seconds. It does look like for now they're gonna go up. So Musavi to 168. Santavi has moved up, was briefly being called, and that'll bring us back to Ilya Ilin. 3-kilo jump to 168. And remember, since his return, he's tried, what was it, 170?
Yes,
171?
170.
This is among the smaller jumps that he's ever taken in his career. This might be the smallest for a first or second attempt.
Good attempt.
All right. 2 for 2.
Excellent.
That's his best since coming back.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, he took some time off, so it will take a little time.
Well, he had to take some time off.
Wow.
168. Sayadayu Musavi.
You said if he misses an opener, he usually makes the next 2.
Well, last time he was at Worlds, that's what he did.
Okay. And that was Anaheim.
Yes.
2017.
Yes.
Doesn't, I mean, this looks heavy, like you said on that first one.
But he doesn't mess around on it at all.
I mean,
He has done 171.
I mean, he's probably good for that.
He's probably good for that and not 171.1.
Right.
I mean, that's the way it looks. He might prove us wrong.
I agree with you 100%.
Well, if he takes 171, he doesn't need 0.1. So
that's very true.
That should be just fine.
We'll
looks like a
to.
declaration to, what is that there? It's going to be at
69.
least 70 for Ilin, 171. Now a change going in, or the declaration in for Musavi, 73. I think that would be a lifetime best. Santavi opening 170.
I do not know that he's ever opened that heavy.
That sounds big.
He had a great year last year.
Absolute breakout. He did 175.
Yeah.
Come on, like you know how. Let's go.
What did he open with?
In Ashgabat, he opened 171.
Wow.
So he's actually opened a little heavier. But that was the only time he opened at or above 70.
Well, he shows up for the big meets. Here he is. Bodhi Santavi, 170 kilos first attempt.
of overpowered the bar a little bit there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what you saw there.
A little kind of rip off the floor, a little bent arm. I mean, kind of had a few things going on there.
But he got it done.
Strong.
Yeah, he does rip it off the bar.
Yeah.
Now, what's the issue with ripping it off the floor?
Well, because it means you're not using your legs, you're using your arms. So you got to push with, the legs, not pull with the arms.
170 stays on now, second attempt. Bektalut. Razulbekov made a very nice opener with 165.
Good lift.
Yeah.
Nice job.
There.
Very
Pulling
nice.
power on that.
Really good lift. Spot on.
And he's still got one more. Right now, Hetag Kogayev is on the clock. And he's coming out for this 170. I don't know that the 65 that he made in his second after missing in his first was so convincing.
What for a 5-kilo jump?
Yeah, we'll
I'm with
see.
you.
We shall see. He was a little forward on even on the one he made.
Yes.
So keep an eye on that. Ran off the stage or dropped it off the stage on the first one.
Almost took out a ref.
That was right in the middle.
That was the best one.
Yeah, that was really good.
As soon
Nothing
as you
better than
start to
being
say, like-
nothing better than being proved wrong by a lifter.
But the first two didn't look
They were not
anything
that
like
convincing.
this.
No. Well, especially the one he threw at a ref.
I think that's overstated.
I would have been out of that chair running away had I been in that moment. But that was by far the best of the three.
Yeah.
All right, so 171, and it looks like Ilya is going to come out for this. Ilya Ilin, 171. .76 going in for Razulbekov.
So Ilya did 168, and that was his best as of his return. This would improve on that mark. No, just too heavy, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, when you see a miss like that, it was too heavy. That's a too heavy.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, it's
It
just
never had the height.
disconnected with the arms. Never had the height.
But he goes 2 for 3.
Yeah.
Be credited with 168 for now. That's good for fourth place. And you're talking about a lifter who, until this year, had never been defeated in competition. Now, for the first time, Anton Plesnoy, Georgia, 172, first attempt.
I assume that the string of good Georgian lifters will continue, as we've seen this week. Very nice.
Yeah, very sharp.
.172, just like that.
It's good. It's a good opener.
Jonathan Rivas
173.
is the lifter. I think he just did 170 in the back.
170 in the back, so he's going up.
Yeah,
75.
175. Georgian coach Asanidze asking for 177. Going to be a while before we see that, I think.
Interesting, though, with Rivas, he's already done the 170 in the back, which presumably would be his final warm-up. He's 4 attempts out after that change.
Yeah, that's a while.
Seems like a long wait.
So maybe he'll take another one.
Or go up again.
Or go down.
Too late?
No, I mean go down in warm-ups.
In warm-up, yeah.
Oh.
But take a
But
final
why would you do
leg
that
of
for a
warm-up.
first attempt?
Muhammad,
Stay warm.
he's done that. A power
So
snatch.
third attempt now, Musavi, 173. We know he's done 171 in the past. Haven't seen this much before from him.
His last attempt looked hard.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah. And again, we'd love to be surprised and proven wrong, but I think he should be happy he got that 168 out of himself today. Yeah, big hop forward.
So what do you think? Maybe a little too aggressive on the jump?
I
Yeah.
think a little aggressive on the opener.
So a change going in for
Right.
Fares Elbach.
174.
174, they're moving him down a kilo.
Well,
And
maybe to
that's
get
going to
him
put him on
out.
the bar.
Maybe to get him out.
So Elbach, over the years, you know, as he's come up through his career as a junior, has been known as something of a clean and jerk specialist, and recently he's made some progress in the snatch, and we've heard of him doing, what, 180 in training?
And 182.
If he could be up near there here, you got to think he's a real threat.
Yeah. Even if he gets into the mid to high 170s.
You think so?
He's a threat with his clean and jerk.
Well, his clock is running at 174 kilos for his first attempt.
He is the record holder in the clean and jerk in total for the juniors, but he is no longer a junior as of this year.
I don't think he's ever opened this high. 71.
Beautiful.
And that's a convincing start.
That's an
Fares Elbach on
understatement.
the board.
Yeah, Meso. That's about as commanding a snatch opener I've seen by him. Super dynamic. Brings a lot of intensity. Now, last year at Worlds, only made one of his 3 snatches. Is that right?
Yes, made his opener.
We'll
Same
see.
thing happened at the Asian Championship that year, 66, then missed 70 twice.
2018, yeah. But he ended in 74 at the Asian Championships this year. Right now, Tian Tao.
Last year, I meant, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
in 18. All right, so Tian Tao, 175, first attempt. Plot begins to thicken.
It does. This was a thick plot already.
Tian Tao, who everyone anticipates to make up any difference with a big clean and jerk, must at least make a snatch before that's a conversation. And he's just missed his opener here with 175.
So he's never bombed in the snatch. In Rio, in both snatch and clean and jerk, he required all 3 lifts to make 1 lift.
Now here's Jonathan Rivas, Colombia, 175.
Beautiful lift.
Yeah.
Told you, don't forget about him in this field.
Yeah, certainly in the snatch. I think we could expect to see him at or near the podium.
And that was beautiful.
I think that's pretty close to, oh no, he's done 180.
Did
So we're getting
75 at
close.
the Pan Am Games. He was Pan Am Games champion this year. 175, 210. All right, so now Santavy, 175, second attempt. He did this 175 last year at the World Championships in Turkmenistan.
Yeah, I mean, this, like, I don't know how he makes any lifts. It just, he's really odd kind of pull off the floor. He certainly does.
Did it look like he was ripping again?
Ripping.
Oh, yeah.
You don't get the elevation because you kind of take your legs out of it.
So it looks like Meso is going to burn. No, it's going to go back to Tien Tao. So Elbach has declared 178. Tien Tao now on the bar, 175. And you got to think, guys, the entire face of this competition may change if Tien Tao doesn't make this one.
That's shocking.
Largely considered a favorite for this. Tien Tao is now on the brink of a bomb out.
Again, he's done this before. Made us all sweat in Rio at an 85. But this is not the position anybody wants to be in.
And here he is again.
Right now, Bodhi Santavy. Same weight, third attempt. But Bodhi's got his opener.
Currently sitting in fourth place. He will move into second if successful here with 175 kilos on his third attempt. Out in front.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same mistake. I don't know how much more he could do without using his legs at the end, at the finish.
Yeah, it looked, you know, when you say without using the legs, I mean, it looked like a lot of back and arms.
Yes, exactly.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Since we've seen
Ages.
Begdalut.
And he's looked good.
And he has looked good, but this is a 6-kilo increase.
Well, this means Tien Tao went up, by the way. Tien Tao,
Tien Tao just went up to 180.
Wow. Listen, after Liu Xiaojun's performance in the 81s, I'm not counting anybody out from China, but
that seems like a gamble. Now he can drop down, but wow.
I got to imagine he's going to drop down.
We'll see in a bit. But for now, here's Rasul Bekov. Third attempt, 176. No.
that was too much. Yeah.
So he'll be credited with 170 kilos.
That just looked heavy.
Maybe behind the bar a bit as he was coming up.
I don't know. I just think there's not enough. Not enough in the explosion to get the bar in the right spot.
Okay, Anton Plesnoy, 177. Very nice opener at 172.
Been a little while since we've seen him as well.
Heard that he did a 160 in the back in between.
Okay.
Beautiful lift.
You know, based on what we've seen from the Georgians this week, that should be no surprise.
No, they all lift the same. They all make lifts, and they all do it very stylishly.
And very well coached, it seems.
Very well coached.
Both of those have looked absolutely spot on. So now Fares Elbak, second attempt, 178.
His first attempt was spot on. It was beautiful.
Yes, him and Plesnoy both. But this is where it has gotten dicey for him in the past, where days have gotten away. I feel like this is a crucial spot for Elbak. He really needs to make this.
Yeah.
Same way.
And it looks fantastic. Yeah, same as the first one. I agree.
And he is building toward making his case for this weight class this year.
It's perfect.
And Dave, you said you think upper 70s keeps him in play, and I was saying I think, you know, get him north of 180 if he can do it, 80 or 180.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 180 or a little north of it.
Yeah, I think we'll see
and he'll
181.
be very dangerous.
Well, maybe 182. So again, he did 182 in training, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see that. But I don't think they're going to go more than that because they know every kilo counts.
And I think all the way through from this point out, these guys are just going to trade the lead.
Yeah.
Jonathan Rivas, 179.
He looked really sharp on his opener.
Looks sharp on that, too.
So the best we can find on him is 180, and I think we're going to see him go beyond that in a few minutes.
I mean, that's just perfect.
Yeah, very nice. Looks
See
good
there
for a
on
little
our
more.
scoring tower.
So Kianush coming out now.
There's something.
Yeah, there's a little issue with the scoreboard. So Kianush is currently listed as having made 179 on our scoreboard, which is not the case. You just need to fix that.
That's right. They're showing that Rivas is the lifter at 179. He just made that. So they're going to have to undo this. It's a little bit of a tech stop. Not a big deal. They'll get it fixed. But what's annoying is when you're the lifter and you're ready to go, you know what's supposed to be happening. And he's, look, Rustami sitting there like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, no, he is ready.
And if you didn't notice, we were mentioning he was originally scheduled to open with 182.
So in this situation, as the coach, you know, you got to remain calm. You can't start yelling at the officials because you know that kind of upsets the lifter. So the coach is there to kind of make sure that that the lifter is keeping focused and not worried about the technical stuff.
And it's sorted out. No, it's not sorted out.
So why are they calling Rustami back?
Because they still have it.
They still have it at 179.
Yeah.
They actually allowed him to make a change while they were in a tech stop. No, you can't do that because Rivas just made 179. You cannot give him 179. Rivas did 179 on a second attempt. So
this is
where they messed up was Fares Elbak must go to 179 on an automatic increase.
Yeah. So
they have not called Rostami to the platform yet, and he is on it. So after a lifter completes an attempt, they are assumed to take a 1 kilo increase. They must make a declaration following that. Elbach made 178. Doesn't matter, moved on. Rivas made 179. Don't know yet if he made a declaration. But you can't give Elbach 179 if Rivas is a, yes you can, automatic increase. So it would go to Elbach at 179. Did they put a declaration in, is the question.
I guess that's what they're trying to figure out.
Okay, so Rostami clearly on that card. Now we have our answer.
Yeah.
Had lowered to 179, but for some reason 180 went in for him. That was incorrect. So the right number for Rostami was 179. Rivas was called to 179 out of order. The coach from Iran didn't complain at that time. He let the lift go on. And then Rostami was called out for 180. I don't know why anybody let Rivas go out from the Iranian team, but whatever. They are going to go back and give. He's going to stay with 180.
Guess so.
None of this is making sense.
He's got to. This is tough. He's got to get his head in the game after a screw up that was not his fault.
Oh,
and he's missed it.
Yeah.
After all of that nonsense.
I know, that's...
And not the weight that it looks like he wanted. Rostami's now 0 for 1 with 180.
Just a little out of sorts.
A good 2 minutes went by.
Yes. Which can be the amount of rest you plan for before the final attempt.
And you can tell it's kind of in his head a little bit. He reacted to the audience.
This is also messing with China. Because Tian Tao was planning on 180 as well. This has just thrown a wrench into the whole system.
At 175, Tian Tao, who's sitting next to him, went up to 180.
Yeah.
Which is...
And took 70 kilos in the warm-up room, apparently.
So he's not coming down. It's too late. He can't come down to a lower weight.
I'm not surprised.
And now Rostami, because he's on a second attempt, is on a 2-minute clock. Faris Elbach is sitting on 181 right now. Plesnoy is sitting on 181. And Rostami's not even taking too much time here. He's coming back out.
No, took about 45 seconds before walking out.
For his second attempt, if he's unsuccessful, well, actually, it doesn't matter. Make or miss, Tian Tao is next.
Yeah.
So here's Kianush Rostami, 180 kilos, second attempt.
He's got to get his head back in this game.
He had it overmade, and we have seen this kind of thing from Rostami before.
He's not focused on what he's got to do. He's worried about everything else.
Has it locked out?
Yeah, just forward. Can't control that.
Kelsey, really quick, what did they decide down there? It looked like he had 79.
Guys, it doesn't look correct. He declared 182. I'm looking at his card right now. He came down to 179. They crossed it out and put 180 on his second attempt, so we're not sure that that's entirely correct.
Well, he did ultimately go out to take the 80, so that is the automatic increase. They have to do it, but it doesn't look like they gave him the weight he originally selected. And now a huge spot in this meet. Tian Tao, 180, third attempt, needs this to post a total.
I thought he almost lost the back.
Maybe.
Why on earth, or how on earth he
JP,
does
I'm
this?
telling you, in Rio, same thing. Had us all on the edge of our seats, and then boom, nails his third attempt.
It defies.
Yes, he almost lost his
almost-
back.
You're right, Sean.
I mean, it defies all logic, all common sense.
Do not count out the Chinese ever.
But I mean, he missed 175 twice.
For anyone
Badly.
else, 5-kilo increase on 2 misses, I would say you're nuts. For whatever reason, they can pull that
So
kind of stuff
Rostami
out.
tweaked his elbow on that last lift.
Looks like it.
And it looks like it's bothering him.
So now Rostami, who has missed 180 twice, after, by the way, declaring 179,
Yeah, I don't.
he has taken 180 twice, missed it, and now here he is with 180 for his third attempt, and he keeps favoring that arm, and I think he's telling you something.
Yep. Although he can just come back here and smoke it and par for the course.
Yeah.
So he must make this to post a total.
So close.
So Rostami is out of the competition and hopefully okay.
That's unfortunate.
And what is he doing?
Today I'm coming for a world record. Someone is no one that I make the world record. Today I'm ready for 195 snatch, but they try to make me fall. Thank you very much.
He is addressing the referees, it seems,
Or the audience.
or the audience.
195.
But here's the thing. They did make the mistake. We have to find out whether or not he elected to take the 180 or if they were going to give him the 179 back on that first attempt. We'll continue on. We'll find out if there's any reprimand for that as well. 181, Anton Plesnoy. Third attempt.
Beautiful lift.
Wow.
And after all of that,
After a
quietly in the back, Anton Plesnoy comes out and blasts 181 for
Listen,
a 3-for-3 series, and he is now in the lead
We
with
said-
2 attempts to go.
Don't count out the Georgians.
Ever.
I love that pull. Those wrists are above the bar.
It's great.
This lift,
Way until the end.
this lift just guaranteed him a medal in the snatch.
Correct.
This is as wild as
As we thought it was going to be, but didn't
not
know what the
knowing
exact
what that
story
meant.
was.
All right, so now down to our final 2 attempts of this snatch competition. 181 kilos. Fares Elbach. This will move him into second. This is a play toward the total.
Yeah, he's just off the snatch medal podium right now. This would put him, like you said, give him silver for the time.
Was that a situation of celebrating too soon?
Well, if we can see the replay, might be able to find out. Oh, I think he pushed it up, maybe. I don't know, Sean. What do you think?
I don't know.
Push it forward, standing up, maybe.
And he looked like he was in perfect position.
Oh, I thought he had it.
And
He thought he had it.
screaming on the way up. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's at a celebration or if that's.
So while all of that is going on, we are down to our final attempt of the competition. 182 kilos. Jonathan Rivas of Colombia, if successful, 3-for-3 and gold medal in the snatch.
Already guaranteed the bronze in the snatch.
That was heavy. But third place, bronze medal.
179. That means Anton Plesnoy,
our snatch gold medalist. And Tian Tao hangs on.
and Kianush Rustami does not. But here is the replay. Rivas' third attempt.
That was a good effort.
You know what?
Nice effort.
I take that back.
Yep.
It didn't look too heavy, just a little out of position.
Look, sometimes you miss. I mean, that was a gold medal effort. The world record's 186. He's playing up here at 182. That's no joke.
Right.
And this whole competition was just wild. And Plesnoy, through all that noise, through all that stuff going on, sat back, waited for his opportunity, and took it. Gold medal in the snatch, 181 kilo effort.
Quick turnaround for him, though, because he's one of the earlier openers in the clean and jerk. So great that he made up all that ground. Right now, Tian Tao in second.
Silver medal in dramatic fashion, 180 kilos.
And you know, in Rio, when he missed his opener, went up 5 kilos. Missed again and then made on the third. So here he missed the first two twice and then went up 5 kilos. There's our bronze medalist, Jonathan Rivas.
Kelsey, what do you have in the back room?
That was wild, guys. The Georgians are obviously very excited at the moment. The Iranians, not so much. Rustami is quite upset, kicking plates, throwing chairs. I'm gonna try to get a better explanation from the marshals as soon as I can. The chief marshal just took Rustami's card out to the jury, it looks like, but the last thing he told me was that the change came in too late. However, on the card, it looks like they have 179 crossed out, as if he missed it on his first attempt. So I will get clarification and get back to you guys on that.
Interesting. Let us know. And I did allude to it after the miss when Rustami came out to the front of the platform, which, guys, I've never seen before.
Never.
No.
It's possible the jury could reprimand him. I don't think they'll throw him out of the competition, but they could issue a warning for that behavior. It's sort of unprecedented. I've never seen it before.
So I gotta say, it seems like Rustami got a raw deal from
yeah, we're looking at a picture
officials.
of the card. He clearly put in 179.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking at the card. He had 179 there.
And 180 was on the board. And you would not, in the case that it came in too late, you would not just give him 1 more kilo. I'm pretty sure you would leave the change alone. You just wouldn't accept the change.
Well, and I think, did you say earlier, I guess the sequence too was that Rivas lifted out of order
for his second attempt with 179.
So he lifted out of order.
All right, so we'll get that sorted out. In the meantime, here are the results in the snatch competition of the men's 96 kilo category. Anton Plesnoy, 3 for 3, 181, wins it by a kilo over Tian Tao. 1 kilo separating each spot on the top 4. Just awesome.
And here are some highlights from
the change, I think. So we'll get back to you when we know more. In the meantime, clean and jerk competition beginning, 195 kilos on the bar. Ilya Ilin is starting this off. That was nuts.
It's a shaky 195.
Yeah.
Hugging the weights, though.
So Ilin,
he gets
right
on the
now,
board.
Well, 363.
Gets a total. Did 200.
Looks like for now, 196, automatic increase on Ilin.
Imagine we'll see him go to 200 next. He did 200 at the Tokyo.
Yeah, there
test
it
event.
is, 200. You just
And Russell Bakoff will be the lifter. 197 is going to get loaded. All right, so here's the first attempt.
He looks sharp in the snatch.
Begdalut
made his first 2.
Took kind of an aggressive 6-kilo jump on his third and missed it.
Okay, that'll work. Actually, they gave him a down signal before he stopped moving.
A little early.
Yeah.
Let's see. 3 white lights.
Good lift, yeah.
So Razulbekov is on the board here.
Yeah, kind of shifted back on him, and it brought his, kind of shifted his recovery backwards.
But he kept control all the way.
Yes, he did.
At least in the eyes of the referee, so that will work. And it looks like a declaration will go in for him.
Remember, the B group, the high mark is 206. Won't be long before we exceed that.
No.
Ibrahim Murat of Turkey, first attempt, 200. He made 160 in the snatch, missed 165 twice after that.
And remember, based on the requirement of the 20-kilo rule, he must open with his 200 kilos.
Yeah.
Entered with a 380, so he must attempt weights that total out to 360, which is what this 200-kilo opener will accomplish.
Yes. You know, it looks like he pushed a little early with his arms, kind of maybe threw off that timing a little bit, but good attempt.
He gets a lift, he gets a total.
Yes. Kind of a strange, oh boy, he saved that too.
Yeah.
Got rocked right back onto his heels. A little slow with that lockout overhead. Hopefully he can clean that up moving forward.
Right now, Kazakhstan's Ilya Ilyin, second attempt, 200 kilos. This would equal what he did in Tokyo at the test event just a few weeks ago.
A little struggle in that first opening jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, not used to seeing that.
Nope.
No lift there for Ilyin. You know, he's a 4-time world champion even after the retest and the suspension. And this is a person who, at a slightly heavier body weight, you know, the 105s, we saw him clean and jerk north of 240.
246.
It's hard to make sense of what you think of seeing him here miss a 200-kilo jerk.
I spoke with him in the back, and you know, he wants to go to Tokyo. You know, his goal is to go to Tokyo and win the Olympics.
He's a competitor.
I mean, far be it from anybody to tell him otherwise.
Kelsey, what do you have in the back?
Guys, we just watched Rostami leave the warm-up room. He's taken all of his stuff and his coaches, and he is gone without signing his card. I don't anticipate seeing him back, but we'll let you know if he scratches his clean and jerks or not.
Coaches are gone too?
They are.
Well, there's another Iranian lifter.
Well, yeah, but sometimes, you know, you're still around 2. When there's 2 for the same nation, it's 2 and 2 with coaches. So platform's empty. Nobody's there. They're gone. I wonder if they're going to sign him out or if they're going to make the clocks run.
Let it run.
We're going to find out. But right now, Ilya Ilyin, 200 kilos, third attempt.
You know, to your point, John, I think he's a competitor. He loves the sport of weightlifting. And he wants to compete enough that he'll settle for well off the podium, let alone gold here. No.
It's too bad.
So Ilin will finish with a 363 kilo total, and the question is this the last time we'll see him on a major stage?
No, I think he's heading to Tokyo.
To do what? No, I'm not being facetious.
Eat ramen. Compete.
I don't know that he's the top-ranked Kazakh lifter at this point.
No.
Let the Roby points sort it out. We'll see. All right.
Hetag Hugayev.
First attempt, 201.
Well, we're going to see here.
What'd you say?
Three highlights.
Good.
You thought you caught some movement?
Well, based, looking through the lens of what's happened this week, yes. If I was a judge, no.
So from that angle,
no, you can't see it from that angle.
It was a little more apparent from the front, maybe a little bit of movement, but it passed.
I'm happy because it should have.
All right, so it looks like a change is going in for Rivas. 206.
Yes.
Looks like Hugayev is going up. That'll bring out Plesnoy, and our gold medalist in the snatch is out.
That's right. He's early.
What, 7 attempts in?
Probably warming up for clean and jerks in between his second and third snatches.
He's the 7th person out, so that means, this thing is still very much wide open.
That is a quick turnaround for him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Anton Plesnoy, first attempt, 203.
Beautiful. Just like clockwork, man. Just like clockwork. But he must have started warming up after a second snatch for the clean and jerk.
Great.
I mean, golly. What a great. I like to see his elbows up a little bit more if we're nitpicking here.
Beautiful position. All right.
Great jerk.
203.
Generally, with the elbows down, it tends to bring you down a little bit. So that's why I was saying that.
Looks like Santavi will open with 203 as well.
What did he do last year?
What, last year at Worlds?
Yeah.
208.
Okay.
That was at Pan Am Games.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Pan Am Games.
No, and he did it at Worlds as well. Yep, 208.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems to me, I know it's a broken record, but when he just doesn't utilize his legs off the floor.
Last year he opened the same weight at the Worlds and it worked for him. This year it did not on that opening attempt, but he does have 2 more.
For the weight, then I'm doing it again.
And he's got some rest with the lifter from Kyrgyzstan coming out.
Anybody else on 203 after him? After
Razubikov? No, it is Bodie.
Okay.
But that's enough. That's more than enough.
So second attempt here.
Wow.
So that kind of plowed him into the ground.
Yeah.
A little missed timing on the catch there.
So a 6-kilo jump not to be on the second attempt.
Ball kind of pounded him into the ground, and he lost his balance back to his heels.
Finish the bloody pull, would you? Yeah. Finish the pull, catch it strong, and let's go.
Second attempt for Bodie. Let's
That's
see.
fair advice by his coach there.
Yeah.
Better.
Okay. Should be fine with that.
That was a much better clean.
Yeah.
So for now, 373. He has another attempt.
See a little bit more drive on that jerk on that next attempt. A little bit more time to get under.
So Begdalut for Zulbekov. Third attempt now, 203 kilos. This will give him a 370 kilo total.
Get up, get up. All right. That looked heavy, you know.
Yeah.
The last one looked heavy too. It's tough.
Good effort, though. And he rocks back on his heels.
You can't, I mean, you can't recover from that. Well, it's very difficult to recover from that.
204 goes on the bar, but Canada's making a change.
210.
To 210.
There's a healthy jump. We'll see. And it'll be a little while before I think the bar gets there. Maybe 4 attempts.
Could be 4 or 5, depends on the jumps.
Without misses. And it looks like Musavi is going to come out for this 205. This will be his first attempt. Musavi had snatched 168 on his second attempt, has him sitting in 9th after the snatch. If he makes this 205, it'll move him up to 3rd for the moment in total.
Good clean. Oh, hold it. Wow.
Oh, he's still
He never stopped moving, never got the down signal.
So the rule is you have to show control in the jerk. You have to be still, feet on the same plane before you give the down signal. He just never was able to come to a stop.
Yeah.
Forward there, so he's moving, and he
was close.
He just couldn't stay still
long enough for the referees to buzz in. So no lift. He'll be back with 205 in the meantime. Actually, he's on deck, Musavi. Now Ibrahim Arat.
He spent a lot of time with that bar over his head. We'll see how that affects him on the next attempt.
Very good clean.
Really good clean.
No, the jerk not there.
Yeah, I mean, his first jerk was a little suspect to begin with.
I think you said he used his arms a little.
Yeah, I didn't see that on this one, but he just had no control when the ball was overhead. Really good clean, though. And I thought he did a better job with the timing of this jerk. It just...
Yeah.
What that is on his arm.
So did Musavi go up? He did 206.
206, that burned Arat's clock.
So that burned Arat's clock, and Ibrahim Arat is now being called for his 3rd attempt, 205. Musavi
They're gonna make
picks
a
up some
change.
time. Looks like a rod is going to move up, and that will move Rivas to the bar. Sounds like Rivas did a 195, and Rivas is going to follow suit. He's going to go to 206, but he remains the lifter because it would be a first attempt. So the clock is running on Rivas. If memory serves, I think Rivas has a power jerk.
Yep.
Or utilizes a power jerk. Would that be a better way of putting it? So 206, Jonathan Rivas.
Strong.
Wow.
Very strong.
Every attempt he's taken thus far.
He's got a really rigid stop in the clean. So he catches the clean, he doesn't bottom out. You know, so he catches a few inches above bottom, which is really helps you control how you stand up.
So he's got a 385 total right now. And he can sit back, see what the rest of the field does. Right now, most of the athletes who are coming out aren't going to really, well, no. Anton Pleisnoy, 384, close behind. Right now, Gagayev, 206.
Nice clean.
Better.
Yes.
All right, so he is on the board with 206, 2 for 2 thus far. That will give him a 376 with one attempt to go.
He's got a really, by the time the bar makes contact with him until he's underneath, is really, really fast. I'd like to see that.
Almost signed the wrong card.
Wow. It's probably the only thing we haven't seen today.
Give it time, Sean. Musavi of the Islamic Republic of Iran, second attempt, 206.
Good clean.
Very nice.
Well, that was a premature down signal there.
Started taking a couple of steps forward, too. I got for a moment. Got a little worried.
Generally speaking, when you see that, there's a weakness somewhere in the upper back or usually the upper back that's preventing you from stabilizing the box. A little bit of a micro movement can throw the whole balance off.
Well, and with that much weight, too.
Right.
All right, so now here is Ibrahim Arat, 206.
And he's having a hard time in a jerk.
Missed 205, moved up.
And he's got it clean down, though.
Too much. So he will finish with 360.
2 for 6 on the day. Like you said, Sean.
I mean, that clean is just on point. The jerk is just an adventure.
Wow. So while that was going on, Musavi moved up from 206 to 220. And he's done this before at the AC. He went from 207 at the AC, the Asian Championships, 207 to 225.
Yeah,
listed on his third, so we'll see what he has.
Missed it, you said, though?
Yes. So now here's Plesnoy, 209. This is a 6-kilo jump. We'll give him a 390 if successful.
Just like every other lift that George has had this week.
So, you know, that lift by Plesnoy, like you said, Sean, just like every other lift, a couple different ways of working toward the podium. One is this, building on your total incrementally, making the lifts, and
the other,
that's a beautiful lift.
The hip.
The other is just the sort of spray it and pray method.
Okay. 214 going in for Plesnoy. Santovy now 210, 7-kilo jump, made 203 on his opener.
Okay, let's go.
This is an interesting call.
Get him up to 380, which I'm assuming is a goal number.
I don't know why else you would make that jump.
That would be a PR for him on the international stage.
I don't think so. Pan Am Games 384.
Where he did 208 though. A clean and jerk PR, excuse me.
Okay.
Oh wow, it's a good clean.
It's the best jerk.
That was his best lift.
What happened there?
That's a great effort there.
Wow.
Yeah, was not expecting that. So maybe just a little mistake on that opening attempt, but the
Very
rest,
nice.
yeah.
So from 203 to 210, 2 for 3 in the clean and jerk for Bodhi Santovy. 380 total.
Really good.
Puts him in a good position to be one of Canada's Olympians as well.
So now, Jonathan Rivas, 212.
Problem with that power jerk, you know, if you go a little too low, you're not getting up.
Yeah, and it can put a lot of strain on the shoulders. You see, he walked off and grabbed that right shoulder, and it was the right arm that broke first, I think.
Because what happens is, as you go lower, you tend to lean a little bit more forward.
Does he do that?
A little more forward, and you're just gonna put yourself in a weird position.
So Rivas has done 211 kilos. He did that this year at the Pan Am Championships, which he won with a 391 kilo total. 212, I think, would be an international best.
Well, he'll have a minute to think on it. Right now, Hetag Hagayev is coming out for the same weight, 212. Started lifting at 8 years old.
8 years old.
We're getting near his best. He did 219 back in 2015, but since then hasn't been north of 210.
A little too early with the arms.
All right, so no lift. He'll be credited with 376 kilos from his second attempt. Overall 4 for 6 on the day. And it's back. It's back to Rivas now, 212, 385.
And I mean, his clean is so strong.
Okay, so 212 here for Rivas. If successful, this will move him into the lead in total. 491, excuse me, is what this will give him.
Beautiful. There we go.
Very nice.
Excellent. Good looking lift.
Great clean.
Came back nicely.
Yeah, fights to stop the motion of the bar, pushing him down.
So 391, currently in the lead, done for the day. He's got to sit back and wait.
Is that a PR total?
I believe so. 385 is what I have.
Okay.
So Plesnoy looking to take the lead back. Here's 213.
Coach George Jackson, he's jumping around.
He might be
still screaming
podium spot.
That was great.
That might have guaranteed him a podium spot.
So just as Plesnoy was coming out, take a look at his attempt here. I mean, that caps off, what, a 6 for 6 day, 394.
Yeah. Well, I think it does guarantee him a clean and jerk medal. Could be taken away.
Well, Rustami's out.
No, but it does.
Well, so he hasn't withdrawn yet.
So by the way, while we figured that out, Musavi, who had gone up to 220, has dropped down to 214.
Yep.
And if successful, this will move him into a, third for now.
His jerk has not been solid as of.
And Elbach also dropped to 217, so he'll be next.
Slow off the floor. Real strong. Beautiful. That was his best one.
Where did that come from? That's remarkable.
So 4 for 6, 382 for Musavi.
For the moment, first in the jerk. With this 214.
Boy, he just dives under the bar.
He threw himself on it. But that jerk, actually.
He's got to have a huge squat.
Yeah.
He almost did a twisty there with his feet.
He's guaranteed a medal in the jerk.
All right, let's go to Kelsey down in the warm-up room.
Guys, I'm being told that when we do get to Rustami's 222 opener, that because he's not here, they'll have to let his clock run out. And then I'm also told that the jury could come back and scratch him. They've done it once before already this competition. We'll see what happens when we get there.
All right, so in the meantime, 217 now loaded for the first attempt of Fares Elbach. If successful, this will give him a 395 kilo total. .397 is his best.
Beautiful.
I mean, that, he knows how to clean and jerk.
Yes, he does. Great lift.
All right. And now 218. Let's take a look at this again.
Spot on.
Tien Tao is going to be called with 218, which is 1 kilo more than Elbach. Remember, Tien Tao snatched 2 kilos more. So this thing is on.
Attempt on the edge of a bomb out.
We have us a competition here. 5 attempts remaining between the two of them. Tien Tao, first attempt, 218 kilos. Is there a better clean technician in the world?
No, in history. I don't know that there is in history. Also, who gave that a red light?
I think possibly for a double dip.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't see it.
That was the thing last year.
Look at that. Look at that torso.
Watch, he sort of initiates the movement. There.
Oh, maybe just a touch. Okay. I wonder if he even realizes
That's
he's
what I
doing
would
it.
suspect was the only reason that he could have drawn a red. Jury let it go.
They have pulled Rostami out, by the way, it sounds. So
Now, they just declared 230.
yeah.
Okay, so the coaches for Musavi, by the way, have signed out Rostami's card. So that means Rostami's out of the competition. And we're down to our final 4 attempts. Tien Tao, upon making 218, went to 230.
I think that's just to see what
Elbach does.
Elbach does.
Tien Tao's record is 231. Well, nothing.
So
Settle down, Boffa.
224 is the call for far as Elbach's second attempt. With that 178, this would put him over 400 kilos officially, I believe, for the first time.
Yeah, he's been as high as 388, it looks
I
like.
have 397. That's his junior world record, right? So this is a huge moment for Fares Elbach.
And he's looked super sharp.
Where did Meso do the 397? Junior Worlds, maybe? No.
Yes. Beautiful.
And he gets, yeah, no problem there.
Great lift, but he is not done. There is one more to go.
Look at that jerk.
And we are going to see this barbell loaded to 4 red plates.
He's going to go 25 if he makes it, and then
Tao came down to 25.
and then 32.
Well, 25 here, and then you'll see Elbach will take what he needs to get ahead. So Elbach will probably go 28, right?
But Tian will have one more. Now that's
That's correct.
assuming Tian makes this.
So now here is 225 kilos, second attempt, Tien Tao.
I think we can assume the clean will go well.
That last jerk was a little shaky.
Drew a
but
red light. Not shaky, but it drew a red light.
Yeah.
No lift. So now Elbach is going to burn his clock.
Yeah.
So Elbach will be introduced with 225.
And then he'll
There
go.
they are making the change.
And China doesn't even care.
Team
Team
China
Tao doesn't
making a
care. He's
change.
going up too.
Yeah.
So Elbach has gone to 228.
They're going to go 229.
They're going to go 229.
The chess game.
This is the game.
This is it.
Do you try to get each other to march yourselves off the cliff with too big a jump?
Elbach's going
They're
up.
going to push each other and play a game of chicken.
That's what it looks like, 230. And don't think for a second that Tian Tao won't bite on that.
Again, he
his
holds the record
is
at
231.
He's done 231, so
Yeah,
there's
they
a
are
change
making a
going in right there. This is the battle of the back. I mean, this is exactly what we were talking about this morning. 231 now in for Elbach, and they
Does Elbach
each have another
a
change.
They've one more.
They each have one more. They both use their declarations, and one change. So it looks like Elbach is going to take this 230.
Listen, if he makes it, I think it holds. Even if he doesn't make it, here's the thing. He is in first in the clean.
Elbach is in the lead. That's
in
right.
the
So
total.
you look at the positional play. Tian Tao just missed 225.
Yeah.
His next attempt has got to be 231, regardless of what happens here.
Minimum
with Elbach.
231, exactly. If Elbach makes this 230,
It's 408, and then Tian Tao would need. He would need 228.
Well, this gives Elbach a 408.
Yeah.
And then in order for Tao to get to 409, he would only have needed 229.
Yeah.
So it would still be the lift. So this is a huge lift. Far as Elbach, 230 kilos. Third attempt.
yes.
Just a little too much, but this is not over, and this is a good position to be in for Fares Elbach.
He's in the lead.
So China has signed it down to 230, which is what Tian Tao needs. Take a look at this.
Look at
you
that
guys said
fight.
no, he got his arms around without changing the position.
No, that's remarkable.
That's okay. Just a bit short, and boy, it may not matter that he missed with that 230, and you want to talk about living on the edge. Tian Tao, 2 misses with 175, goes to 180, makes it. Misses 225 in the clean and jerk, goes up to 230, and it's above what he needs.
No, he had no choice.
He had no choice. He did not he wanted to control the final attempt of the competition, and he's got it. Comes down to that. 230. If he makes it, he is world champion.
That clean is crazy.
Do not ever count out Team China.
This is the craziest.
We said it yesterday. It was crazy, but this is just.
You keep saying
nuts.
that. 410.
410
230
total.
clean and jerk. 410. Gold medal. And look at this clean.
It's the jerk. It's just, I mean,
Yeah.
He hasn't been sharp in the jerk.
Oh my
Just
God.
amazing. It's just amazing.
I knew he'd have the clean. I was on the fence about that jerk.
Holy smokes, man.
That was a competition.
That was a competition.
I mean, I think, and here's Meso watching. You can't be
I mean, you
disappointed.
can't do anything but smile about
Yeah.
that, even if you got beat.
No, I mean, come on, losing to Tian Tao, and he did, you know, Meso had a
402
great
for
day.
402 for Elbach, first time over 400 in his career.
That's
he
a
didn't
huge
lose
total.
anything today. And Tian Tao, I mean, he just
We knew it was going to be like crazy.
It was crazy.
But if you list like 500 crazy things, you know, that could happen, this probably wouldn't have made the list.
Not on that list, yeah. So silver in the
just a
clean
kilo
and jerk.
below on Tien Tao, just a kilo below his world record. And then
speaking of crazy, Musavi coming out with that 214.
8 kilo jump.
And it was the best, by far his best lift.
205 he opened his series with, missed it, went to 206, then jumped to 214. Held on for a bronze medal in the clean and jerk.
He had one little spinal decompression too after 230 overhead like that. Gold medal for Tien Tao in the total, our new 2019 world champion. Silver medal.
Fares Elbach.
The PR total as well.
Going over to
first year not as a junior.
Well,
he is a senior for sure.
Yeah, think of the potential. And bronze medal.
Great
performance.
Gold medal in the snatch, 6 for 6.
6 for 6, yeah.
No medal in the clean and jerk, but ask him if he cares.
But he's a young kid. You know, the clean and jerk takes a little time to develop.
For some, you could say that.
For Meso, it didn't take too long.
He's a young kid.
Taller and thinner. It's going to take a little bit more time.
So let's take a look at Tien Tao's 230 kilo gold medal clean and jerk.
Just ridiculous.
I wonder what he's cleaned in training.
I would not be surprised if it was around 240.
That's my guess.
The bar hits his torso.
He just gets
that's it.
The clean. He just gets the clean.
Yeah.
You know?
So here are the results in the men's 96 kilo category clean and jerk competition. An absolute gun show. I mean, I don't know how else to put it.
Just nutty.
That was pretty amazing.
Even discounting Kianush Rustami and the drama around that, and what sounds like a mistake by some of the officials, that was a remarkably crazy session.
And here are the results in total for the men's 96 kilo category. 410. And I don't think that 8 kilo separation expresses how close a competition this really was.
That's true. That's a good point.